Okay, we're speaking with Rob Street, the Democrat candidate for Martin County Sheriff. Rob, for the folks that may not know who Rob Street is, give us a little background on you and your family.
Okay, I'm Rob Street. I'm 45 years old, born and raised in Martin County. I'm married to the former Deanna Helderman. We have 2 children together, Dylan, age 14, and Sarah, age 8.
All right, and why don't you next talk about some of your background, your education, I should say, work-related experience that qualify you to be Martin County Sheriff.
Okay. I started in the police work at the Sheriff's Department 27 years ago. I started actually at the department a week after I graduated from high school. Started working there and attending classes at Vincennes University. After I completed my degree at Vincennes University. I still enjoyed working there, still loved law enforcement, and I continued to work there until I was hired as a deputy. Then from deputy, I advanced through the ranks of corporal, sergeant, major, and spent the last 8 years as chief deputy.
All right, why don't you talk a little bit about some of your, I guess, responsibilities as chief deputy of Martin County?
Chief deputy duties varies quite a bit, and it's a lot different from the overall duties as patrol deputy, in that you have more administrative duties. You're responsible for more responsible for inmate issues, employee issues, things such as that, budgetary issues, and things like that.
Next, speaking on Martin County specifically, obviously being with the department so long, you've worked with several different sheriffs. Talk about the things that Sheriff's Department does well here in Martin County and some of the areas that you think you can improve upon.
Overall, I think the Sheriff's Department does a pretty good job of providing police service and protection to the citizens of the county. Probably one of the things I would like to improve on is getting the employees at the Sheriff's Department more involved, make them feel like they are, more part of the department. We have, a big problem with employee turnover. A lot of those issues are because of money. Martin County, does not have the tax base that a lot of counties have, therefore the salaries are typically lower than some of the surrounding departments. But I think if you get employees involved to feel like they are actually part of the department, they're more apt to stay and continue working with you.
That kind of leads into our next question. With the economy going south, everybody in business and of course in government agencies have been asked to economize, stretch dollars, and how have you guys done this, and how do you see ways to save money in the department if you're sheriff?
One of the things that I've been responsible for in the last several years is writing grants. Just a couple of weeks ago I was able to get a $3,000 grant, or close to $3,000, I think actually it was around $2,800, for a bulletproof vest for the officers. Over the last 4 or 5 years I've received around $75,000 in equipment grants for the county. One of the other things that the sheriff can actually do to bring in large amounts of money for the county is holding out-of-county and DOC inmates. Typically we will bring in anywhere from $250,000 to $400,000 a year in monies by holding DOC inmates.
Next question, just kind of an idea of what do you think are the qualities that a good sheriff should have?
Number one, I think you have to listen, and number two, I think you have to have experience. If someone comes in with a problem, first of all, you have to be willing to listen to them to find out what the problem is. Second of all, you have to have the experience to deal with that problem.
That kind of leads us into our next question. How have your experiences in the department prepared you for a role as sheriff?
Law enforcement's like any other thing. You learn from repetition. I spent 27 years there. I've been involved in about any kind of case that could come through a department. learned what works, what doesn't work, and if someone comes in, sit down with me to have a conversation on a problem they've got. Like I say, I've been there, know what works and what doesn't, and can get you in and out and get your problem taken care of.
All right, next one. What inspired you to seek the office of Martin County Sheriff this time around?
Well, I started at the bottom of the ladder. Spent several years there, worked my way up through the ranks, and the only thing left is sheriff. I'd like to close out my police career on top and be a sheriff of Martin County.
Okay. Next question, which is off the list. We're kind of slide one in here on you, but what do you think the biggest problem facing Martin County is at this point in time?
Martin County is like all the other counties, basically dealing with two major problems: prescription drugs and methamphetamine. If we could rid ourselves of those two problems, the economy would be a lot better. The jail population would be a lot lower, and just the problems in general would be a lot less.
All right, and of course our final question here, November 2nd, citizens of Martin County will elect a new sheriff. Why should they step into the voting booth and mark the line next to Rob Street, or electronically push the button next to your name for Martin County Sheriff?
I ask that people look at the experience and think of the following situation. You know, if they come into the sheriff's office with a problem, would they rather sit down with a 27-year police veteran to talk about their problems, or would they rather to sit down and talk to someone that's never worked one day in law enforcement?
All right, and any final question or comments that you have for folks in Martin County?
I'd like to see 100% voter turnout.
We all would like to see that.
Vote.
All right, thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you.